am back. I went to have some ice cream to take my medicine. I see you. I have a Pandora next to me. Yeah. I'm tangled in wires over here, Pandora. Yeah. You want attention? Yet when I give you attention, you go no. If Guruja is outside the tower, we need to find him as quickly as possible. Even if he's used to getting around on his own, the wilds are still no place for a child. Agreed. While Krell and Raha continue reviewing the data, the three of us should devote ourselves to the search. Alright, let's head to the base of the tower and take it from there. Battery biscuit. It's probably faster if I just do this. Got myself my medicine, and also I gave some of our other cats their breakfast, since one of them likes having her breakfast this early. Yeah, Luna Belly likes having her breakfast about 2:30 to 3:30. Excuse me. And then we have the others who, Brutus, piggybacks off of that. So he can get more treats. Well, here we are outside, but where do we even begin? Perhaps someone has caught sight of Gulurja. Let's make inquiries nearby. Good idea. Could you handle the outskirts, Alize? In the meantime, I will head beyond the big wall. I was going to go that way anyway. Pandora's now going around, going crazy. This reminds me of that one dungeon at the end of Realm Reborn, or second to last one, the one with Sid in it. Well, both of them have Sid, so I guess that's to narrow it down. Doesn't appear to be in the area. However, you catch sight of a group of people at a short distance to the southwest. Spotted those people too? Yes, perhaps they've seen something come on. I'll be with you. I'm gonna go explore. I want you up. I saw it before I fell. One day Pandora will learn that acting out does not do anything to me. lady wanting me to pick her up and give her hugs, but she does not like uppies. Oh, Pandora heard uppies? And there she goes, running off again. Someone's tail's poofy. You got a poofy tail. Okay, so I have to go across the bridge. I'm just going to get all the ethericals. Yep, it's right up there. My back, it itches. Just like my thumb itches. Oh. So it's on the other side of the wall. Okay. It's probably somewhere around here. And this place kind of makes me feel, think of that one place in Garabanya. Right before the cannon. Okay, so quickest way would be here and go south. Probably have to go up. And after this one, we have 3 more. Across the bridge we go. There we go. Southwest. And we should have one left after this. Yep, this is the last one. Thumb is itchy. like Pandor's acting out again. Eeh. Looks like some sort of salvage yard. Well, let's ask about Gululja. Gululja isn't here. You know the boy? Have you seen him? Oh, forgive me, I didn't know you were. No offense taken. My name is Tapu. My eyes may be useless, but my ears are sharper for it. I can recognize people by their footsteps, including Gurulja. So he didn't come this way. Where in the world could he be? I don't know your voice. Who are you to Gurulja, and why do you search for him? I'm family, though we're not related by blood. His father is my brother. I've only just met Gululja, and we haven't had the chance to talk properly. But I'm about to do something that will make him hate me, and I wanted the chance to explain. His father is your brother, then that means you're... I'm Walking Lamont, vow of resolve of Terrell. And I've journeyed here to bring my brother Zeralja to account for murdering our people and our father. When it's all said and done, Gululja may want nothing to do with me. Nevertheless, I'll always consider him family, and I always be there for him, and I want him to know that. It tears you apart to do what you must. The quiver in your voice tells the tale. Gululja was headed south. He has a place that is as close as to a home as he knows. Bind and bear your heart to him. Should he, in turn, bear his heart to you, accept and respect his wishes, as Queen Sphene respects ours when she granted us a place in her realm. I will, don't worry. But, what do you mean when you say Sphene respects your wishes? Out of concern of our well-being, Her Majesty had urged us to reside inside Everkeep. When we declined, not only did she gracefully accept our decision, she granted us her supplies to make our home here. And since then, she's paid us regular visits to see how we fare. It sounds like Sphene, alright. Well, thanks for telling me about Gululja. I'll find him and then we'll have a good talk. We'll continue south, it seems. Let's keep our eyes peeled as we make our way. It's a town. And half of it is submerged. Architecture looks nothing like what we've seen so far. It's more Charlian. There he is, among the ruins. I only caught a glimpse, but there's no mistaking that tiny silhouette. Let's hurry after him. It'll be a disaster if a building collapses while he's inside. I only saw him for a moment before he disappeared behind a building, but I'm pretty sure Gululja was heading further south. I'll contact Alize on Link Pro, let her know to join us. This is the area, but the canal and the debris makes it hard to get a good view. Let's split up and search. If you could head into the canal, I'll make my way through the streets. Wayfinding Gululja. Let's watch from a distance until he gets to his destination. We don't want to startle him and cause an accident. Oh, not another stealth section.
You've come a long way on such short legs. It's a relief he didn't get hurt.
What's here, I wonder? So he's looking after those little ones.
Gululja.
Not another step!
What?
A sentry?
Run, Gululja, run!
You know the boy. Who are you? And what do you want?
My name is Wuklamat, and I've come to talk to Gululja.
Is that so?
I'm sorry if I scared you. I want to get to know you better. That's all.
And you, my boy, do you wish to speak with them?
I heard them talking. She said she's going to kill my father.
Villains! I will deal with them forthwith!
But... I want to get to know her too.
I see. If that is your desire, then I shall stand aside.
All right then. Let's talk, you and I. Lots. But, who's the ancient-looking and articulate machine?
If I look ancient, it is because I am. This has been my vessel for no less than 380 years.
Vessel?
Otis is my friend. When I was hungry and sad, he came and looked after me. He cooks for me and teaches me all kinds of things. Like how to read and write and not be noticed by dangerous creatures.
This machine cooks for you?
And teaches you about fiends. What is he exactly?
Ah! How remiss of me. I have neglected to introduce myself. Sir Otis Valona, Lord Captain of the Royal Knights of Alexandria. At your service.
You're captain of the knights?
And there I thought it was Gululja with whom you wished to speak. Not that I'm averse to taking a walk down memory lane. But ere I regale you, we must take our repast.
A meal. Here. I hate to turn down food, but I'd prefer to have this conversation in the back room.
Please, I'm really hungry.
All right, all right. A repast it is.
She's going to spoil her nephew silly. I'll send word to Erenville so the others can stop worrying.
Now, if I might prevail upon your assistance, I shall whip up my most delectable specialty.
So, my new friends, I would enlist your aid in procuring the ingredients for our repast. After all, the most enjoyable meals are those we make together. We're happy to pitch in, of course. What ingredients do you have in mind? First of all, some yam and pumpkin. The people of the outskirts should be willing to share their harvest. If you and Gulja could go and speak to them. Sure, I'll ask for the cast-offs too, as usual. As for Zedman and Alize, I would be obligated if you could procure some woolback meat. The creatures could be found grazing on the slopes outside of town. As beef is less readily available, their flesh makes for a good substitute. That of the younger ones, especially, as it is more tender and less gamey. Sir, it done. We'll be back with the meat before you know it. Thank you kindly. In the time, I shall see to other preparations. Assist, am I to understand that you have procured meats? A fatty cut of woolback meat that serves as a satisfied substitute for beef. Good heavens you have, and such a choice cut it is besides. Just plain you know how to handle yourself in battle. Or, 400 years ago, I would have recruited you to the Royal Knights. Probably better than what we got. Oh, yeah, new hat. Once Aze brings her portion, we shall have a glorious bounty to satisfy growing younglings like yourselves. Indeed, I expect there will be ample leftovers to share with the good folks of the Drift Downs. They always appreciate a warm meal. Now, seeing as you have completed your task so quickly, I have another request to make of you. We've exhausted our supplies of kindling electrobe, and I should be grateful if you could search the houses yonder for more. In the Old Kingdom, electrobe rations were issued to each citizen. While small fragments may still be found here and there, if you obtain 5 pieces, say at least one ought to be what we require. That is the kind that converts lightning to fire. Gululja can identify them by their circuitry, so pray take them to find him. The boy has become quite adept at discerning electrobe types, and in a very short time, I might add. Now off you go, and happy foraging. No, we no get Phoenix no more. Otis says you have electrobe for me. This piece of electrobe has been engraved with arcane circuits, and practiced sight is required to discern its effects. Oh, you found a lot. Let's see, this one creates wind, this one is for water. You can tell just like that. I'm impressed. Clever, isn't he? I'll bet he gets it from his father. This is it. This converts to fire. It absorbs lots of lightning, so we should be able to kindle a fire easily. Thank you, Zedman. Thanks to your kind assistance, we have everything we need for our repast. You have done your part, and now I shall do mine. I bid you relax, my friends. The meal will soon be served. This is the kind of thing families do, Guluja. We have meals together and talk about what's on our minds. So you ate with your father? Yes, with them and my brothers. It was mostly the head of Resolve and I doing the talking, though. Kwana and the head of Reason occasionally joined in, and Zrulja spoke when he was spoken to. He said that you have two papas. Does that mean one is yours and the other is my father's? No, both are our father. He was, what people call blessed siblings, a Molja with two heads. Zerolja is his true-born child, while Kona and I were adopted and don't share the same blood. That doesn't make us any less family. What matters is that our hearts are connected. The head of Resolve taught me that. Family. Do you have someone like that too? A person you think is family even though you don't share the same blood? That's a good question. What about you? I'd like to meet them one day. So, Galulja, I'm hoping that we could be family, you and I. Won't you tell me about yourself? You really want to know about me? I do. I want to know all about you. The things you love, the things you hate, anything and everything. I want to know all about you too. That reminds me, we were hoping to hear your story too, Otis. As you wish, be forewarned that mine is a tale that will be long in recounting. It was before lightning had altered the world that I was appointed Lord Captain of the Royal Knights. We're talking hundreds of years prior to the calamity, right? Indeed, earlier still than when I assumed this mechanical form, 454 years ago to be precise. Then you used to be a normal person? Ah yes, I was once flesh and blood like you, and proudly served as a knight of Alexandria. So rather than a machine that behaves like a person, you were an actual person. How is this possible? Tis only natural that you are confused. Hear my tale to the end, and all shall become clear. It better be voiced. The foremost duty of the Royal Knight was to protect the royal family. In my time, there was their majesties, the king and queen, and their only child, her highness, the princess. By then, every nation of our star was embroiled in some manner of conflict over Electrobe. Thus was our kingdom drawn into war with its neighbors. That war was the catalyst of the great calamity that altered the environment. Countless countrymen lost their lives amidst the chaos, the king and queen among them. For a blessing, there was able to protect the princess, who then rose to the occasion and brought hope to her people in those trying times. So kind-hearted was our young queen that at her behest we even took in refugees from the enemy nation. Sadly, her reign was cut short. Like many others, her body had been ravaged by lightning, and one day she collapsed and passed away. How tragic. Nary was there a citizen whose eyes remained dry, and many a moon was spent constructing a giant tomb worthy of her memory. Yet I clung to hope, for while Her Majesty was on her deathbed, the kingdom's finest scientists had successfully extracted her soul. Did we hear that right? Extracted her soul? Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we may live on. This age-old belief had always comforted our people, but as casualties mounted in the wake of the calamity, we sought to make it into reality through the power of Lectrope. In time, we succeeded in developing the means to preserve the soul, and it was used to spare the Queen eternal death. Yet it wasn't enough to simply prevent the soul's departure, for the ultimate goal was to recreate a person as they were in life, and this required that their memories be fully further extracted from their soul. It took many years of research to make this possible, by which time I became a gray old man. With my days numbered, I did not hesitate to volunteer myself as a test subject for the procedure. So it was that I attained this vessel, and by my successful rebirth, I paved the way for those who are recreated from the memories of the departed. The Endless, they are called. If your tale is true, then the queen that your people brought back to life Oh, so you know Her Majesty as well? My description of her boundless kindness must have paled in comparison to what you no doubt felt in her presence. I haven't met her myself, I confess, not since assuming my current form. Wouldn't want to frighten the living daylights out of her. Felt like that would have been done better if it was voiced. I know not everything needs to be voiced, but some of these feel very awkward with them having no voice. The Endless, so all this time Sphene wasn't alive? She lives, yet she does not. Tis admittedly a difficult distinction to make. Having inherited the memories of a departed soul, an Endless feels, thinks, and acts precisely as the person would. In that sense, I believe they are alive. The Alexandrians know about this, right? It can't have gone unnoticed that Sphene is perpetually youthful. No one really knows about the Endless. People who wear regulators don't even think about death. Everyone sees the Queen doesn't change, but they just accept it. To them, it's just who she is. While there should be as many Endless as there are those who have died, I believe they are limited in where they can exist. Queen Sphene is unique in her ability to appear before you. Strikingly speaking, I myself am not an Endless. They are created using memories extracted from a soul, but my entire soul was placed inside a machine. Being inside a machine makes you different. How? While I do not understand the finer points, my life is bound to this vessel. If it breaks down, then it would be over for me, much like a flesh and blood. Hardly an endless, unchanging life, I'm sure you'll agree. An endless, unchanging life, I couldn't help but be reminded of the Aya. Did Secret and the others know about all this? Considering their extensive intelligence gathering, I'd be surprised if they didn't. For now, let's share what we've learned with Krile and Raha. I can't help but have misgivings about this.
Nahe, is that you?
Good gods, Ellen Nespia! It's been too long, my friend. Where have you been all these years? What have you been doing with yourself? Hold on. They say Queen Sphene has guests from outside the barrier. That's you, I gather?
It seems so. I'm looking for my mother. Do you know where she is?
Your mother? Sorry, but what was she like again?
What? It's Kafkiwa. You know, the one who was too adventurous by half? Who journeyed with the Dawn Servant?
It's not ringing any bells.
You can't be serious. Ours was a tiny little village. Surely you remember her.
I really don't. It's all a blank.
Is anyone else here from the village?
Hey!
Huh? Ellen Nespia?
I'm looking for Kafkiwa. Where?
Sorry, I accidentally clicked it.
What's this all of a sudden? Who's Kafkiwa?
This cannot be. The memories of the departed are taken away. No.
Nespia, where are you? The others will be here soon, so hurry back, won't you? Do you hear me? Say something, would you?
She's just frozen like that now. Yep, even got the mask. Oh, money. Anyway, let's go and do these side quests, shall we? Cinnabar. Excellent, just what I need. Someone who looks like they know how to kill things. On your way here, did you happen to notice the dense pockets of lightning energy scattered around? There's these areas have a tendency to attract swarms of monsters. Normally we have a hunter clear them out, but given that they're short-handed, I should like to hire you for the task instead. The most infested areas are in the northwest and the south. Oh, and a word of warning, try not to fall in. The tingle is most unpleasant. Oh, an earring. Oh, hello there. You're an adventurer, right? Can I interest you in a job? We're supposed to send out a shipment of electrope today. The courier in charge appears to be taking her sweet time. If our shipment falls behind schedule, if we bring Everkeep's facilities to a screeching halt, I have to stay and handle things here. So could you go and tell the courier she has a job to do, please? Given her obsession with technology like it is not, you'll find her wherever there's a clear view of the bucket elevator. She may not hear your approach, so give her a poke if you want to. It's a battle of titans. Two different types of lightning sprite. Lightning and thunder sprite. Okay, now there's Phoenix. Why is everything around here blind? I noticed that with the other monsters we've seen. The one that we saw with the hunter, with the pugilist hunter. That monster was also blind. What a beauty. Got a poker. Just poke her and she falls off. Can I help you? Oh, you're here about the delivery. Oh God, it's the delivery. I was so enraptured watching the elevator that I must have lost track of time again. I admit I'll never get sick of seeing it in action. The hover cargo we use is great and all, but I mean it can't compare to the sheer scale of... Oh no, I can't start rambling now. Sorry, I better get back to work. I just want to see if this one is the one where we have an entire quest line with, or if it's just an isolated one. This one's an isolated one. Now there's a face I haven't seen around these parts before. Could I borrow a moment of your time? You see, a member of our group has been making frequent trips up the hill to the graveyard. I suspect there's a problem, but he doesn't seem willing to talk about it, but not to us anyway. A stranger willing to lend a friendly ear, however, may convince him to open up. If it's not too much to ask, will you travel out to the name slates and speak to him? The man you're looking for is a Shinoni like myself. Okay, so the only place we haven't gone to is up there. This is not the sort of place one expects to make idle conversation with strangers. Are you one of those travelers from beyond the barrier everyone's been talking about? That explains why I haven't seen you around. Me ask you something, outsider. Have you ever visited a grave to pay your respects? Honoring the dead is a common aspect of many cultures, I suppose. In that case, perhaps you could help me with something. Taking a stroll around the area, if you happen to spot any particular grimly gravestones, I ask that you wipe them off. It's a lot of work for one man alone, so your assistance would mean a great deal to me. These gravestones look much better now, thanks to you, or perhaps I should say name slates. Too bad the names are all written in Alexandrian. I couldn't make heads or tails of them. You know about the regulators people wear these days? Whenever someone dies, every last memory of their existence is erased. As an unfortunate consequences, this graveyard has been all but abandoned. But I'm going to fix that. What else am I to do? Stand idly by and let the headstones be lost to time? No, if no one else will give a damn, then it will have to be me. In Dawntrail, I was thought to honor the dead, but here I am in the minority. Most of them content to forget and entrust their memories to the cloud. That's why I can't talk about it with the others. They won't understand. Not like you do. Thanks again, stranger. I do believe there is actually an entire quest line where you get an eat mode at the end. That I think starts with a grave. I don't remember though. It's been too long. Thanks for assistance. Much as I can appreciate a fellow enthusiast of our technology, I can't allow it to impact our work. The electrope we investigate here is a lifeline for Everkeep, and I do mean that quite literally. These precious resources used to create all manner of things, from daily necessities to heavy machinery, so you can imagine how a single hitch in the supply chain risks a ripple effect of chaos. Anyway, here's a little something for your trouble. Even the accessories are the same. Oh, there's 3 this time around. Oh, joy. cleared them all out. I take it fantastic work. See that there beyond the western shore, that menacing purple glow of the unturned city? We have the storm surge to thank for that. They say a wartime weapon created that gargantuan font of lightning, and where such energy gathers, so too do monsters tenfold. Compared to something like that, these little chasms seem downright decorative. Still, the monsters are a hazard and cannot go unchecked. What that we had a more permanent solution. But I digress. Your job here is done, and it's time you were paid for your service rendered. Safe travels. Okay. I'll do the rest of these side quests, and then I'll call it an episode. I wonder if up there will lead us to a dungeon or something. Or maybe there's a fate that'll appear up there. Or maybe a mark. Hey, you're the one who was looking for Guruja. Would you say that you're good at finding things, generally speaking? In that case, you might do well as a reforger. Our job is to hunt for things that can be repurposed. Care to give it a try? Take a look around Archeo Alexandria. If you find anything of value, I'll see you duly compensated. And let me guess, you are... Oh, you're not! Interesting. Excuse me, do you have a moment? If you're headed south, I would ask you a favor. My friend went out to study the plant life and haven't been back. He has a bad habit of getting absorbed in his work and losing track of time. Last I saw him, he was headed southeast of here. If you could go just check in on him, I would surely appreciate it. Well, that's interesting. I was expecting it to be like how it was with the other areas, but no, there's only one blue quest chain. Interesting yet disappointing. I wonder if the final area is going to be like that as well. Now this is a fascinating succulent. Its development is clearly abnormal, perhaps abnormal proof perhaps that this specimen has adapted to its new environment over time. Hello there, stranger. What am I doing out here? For that matter, what am I doing out here? Did I get distracted and wander off the safe zone again? Probably worried sick about me. I'll have to thank her for sending you. But first, we need to hurry back to the Drift Downs before some terrifying creature tries to ruin our day. Okay, here we already are. Oh, you're back, or did you find my friend, or... Welcome back, glad to see you're both in one piece. Forgive me, I was so focused on the plants, I nearly wandered headfirst into danger. If you haven't sent this kind stranger my way, there's no telling what might have happened. Now I better document my findings before I forget. Thanks again, friends. Sorry about him, he grew up in Everkeep, you see, so he's not used to seeing plants in their native habitat, and heritage found is rather unique in that regard. 30 years ago, when the geography changed, vast swaths of native flora died out, while the rest were forced to mutate drastically in order to survive. Worthy of studying, I'm sure. Still, he ought to know it's not safe out here. I wish he wouldn't be so careless. In any case, I'm grateful to you for keeping him safe, and seeing as he didn't think to reward you for it, I suppose I'll have to do it. I swear he'd forget his head if it wasn't attached. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting if when this dome reappears. Considering that it looks like a lot of the place has would be changed. And then I don't think there's this big amount of water where the trolley, where the place used to be. Through the mountain tree and find only shapeless planks of wood and non-functional rope. I mean, technically, you could probably, if it is made out of, if it is an ore, you probably reforge it. The street lamp, it's already been harvested for parts. Evidently someone has beaten you to the punch. As you patiently comb through the wreckage, a gleam catches your eye and you pull up a silver necklace. It's unlikely you will find anything more of value here. Return to Wasanai and appraise him of your discovery. I still wonder where we got the solar Bahamut from. Because here's the thing, if we haven't bathed in this primal's ether in any way, that means the solar Bahamut would have to be our wholly new creation. Which does make me wonder. Actions. Astral flow. Astral impulse. So, by making Bahamut basically going from astral to umbral, then again, it wouldn't be that big of a change, but the change would still be apparent, including how its design is completely, very much different, other than probably the rig. Welcome back. Find anything? This pendant is engraved with the Exardian coat of arms. See the engraving? That's the Alexandrian coat of arms, and just look at the shape. How old is this thing? It must have belonged to someone who lived in the old city generations ago. In any case, an impressive find, especially for your first try. You, my friend, would make an excellent reforger. Here, take this payment for a job well done. Okay. The ring that we have is lower. Anyway, I'll call that an episode. I'll see you all in the next.